it's Elise. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Today we're set up in the bathroom with the lovely pristine tiles, and I wanted to show you guys my everyday work makeup. So it's just sort of very minimalist makeup. I just want to sort of even out my skin tone, look a little bit more awake and a little bit more put together, and that's really the only aims of it. I also try to use products that really work with my skin so that I'm not making my skin worse over time. So I have a little makeup bag with all the items I use on a daily basis, and so I don't forget to do anything. I have a sort of system where I'll get out everything I want to use and then I'll put it back in the bag when I've used it. So that way I'm not gonna forget like to put mascara on or something like that. So first up, I'm gonna tie my hair back. So prior to this, I've already washed my face and I've gone in with my daily serum, which also has vitamin C in it. And then I have just done a little moisturizer, and then I've put my sunscreen over the top of that. So that's as much as it goes in far of prepping my skin before makeup. So first I'm going to go in with foundation. So I have been using the Clinique Even Better, and I mix the shades CN 0.75 Custard and a slightly darker one, 24, or because they're switching to a new system. It was called 24 Linen, but now it's being called CN 08 Linen. So I mix custard and linen together to get my perfect shade. I'll mix about maybe like half a pea size amount of both of them, and I just mix them in the palm of my hand, and then I'll just go on and dab it on my skin. And then I always use a beauty blender, so I keep my beauty blender in a little egg cup. That way it like can air out every day, but it also keeps it like away from dust and debris that's in my makeup bag. So I use a damp beauty blender and just blend that entirely in. So I want the majority of the product to be in the middle portion of my face, and then sort of like get less as it goes out. I do my eyelids as well, because they're kind of like not veiny, but like they're pretty pink. There's nothing wrong with pink, but I'm just trying to like even out my skin tone, you know. As much as possible, I really try and get in on the like inner corner of my eye with my eyes shut, of course. Okay, I'm not used to like seeing, like putting on makeup with a camera mirror, so I'm just gonna check in the real mirror. Yeah, it was a pretty bad job actually. I forgot to do, so I always curl my eyelashes like the first thing I do. Actually, I'm gonna do that in the mirror because this is a disaster. And like I said, I'm putting them, like the tools or the foundation, away in my makeup bag as I go, because I've already done that. So now I can just see what I've got left to do. My eyelashes don't hold a curl very well. Something I've been thinking about is getting, what do you call it? A lash lift. So it kind of like perms your eyelashes up. So I'd be curious to know if any of you guys have got a lash lift. Let me know what you think, because I'm thinking maybe it would be nice to try, so I don't have to curl my lashes every morning. So obviously haven't covered like everything. So just with concealer, I use it on the inner corner because I have quite dark like spots. I also have some healing breakouts, so I just dab a little spot on them. And then, so previously I'd been using the butt of the Beauty Blender to like do all over my face, but now I'm gonna switch to the inner, so the inner point, and I'm just gonna blend that concealer around my eyes, but mostly like up over my eye. And for the bottom bit, I try not to get too close to my eye, because that just means it's gonna like have more product in there to crease. So my eyes usually crease, but I just blend it out, and then without trying to blink too much, I'll go in straight away with powder to set that. So I've been using this Napoleon Perdis Camera Finish Powder Foundation in the shade Beige Beauty Look G1 Forever. This is my second product of it, and I'm almost at the bottom, and it lasts forever, like years. So I just go in with a healthy amount of that and press that on, and that just helps to give me a little bit more coverage on the inner corner of my eye where I said it was like quite dark, like bluey kind of colors. I do have quite dry skin on like the inner corners of my eyes, so I mean that's just what we're working with today. Now that I've done my foundation, I will go in with some bronzer. So my favorite is the Faced Chocolate Soleil in medium deep matte bronzer, and I find this is really good because it's not like a lot. So for someone like me who isn't an expert at makeup at all, it's very forgiving if you accidentally place it like slightly in the wrong place or whatnot. Like you can really like build it up in the right place. I just sort of aim to put a little bit more color back into my face. So it's a bit more difficult because I'm right-handed and have to hold things like the opposite way. And I'm using a mirror that like I'm not used to. So my hat goes off to beauty vloggers who like do this all the time. I have like no idea what I'm doing. So I think that's a really nice subtle color. Oh, and something I found useful was I used this sort of brush, and it's Mecca Cosmetica, but it's actually like a blush brush, but I find the shape really useful to get in like the under your cheekbone kind of thing. And then for blush, I actually have been using an eyeshadow color, this beautiful peachy kind of shade. The only problem with that is I just have to like very carefully avoid the other colors in the palette because they are so close together to try not to get the brown, because obviously I don't really want brown as a blush. So just sort of place that above where I put the bronzer, more on the apples of my cheeks, and then moving backwards, like back and up. I really should get that color in an actual blush. So now I do the most basic eyeshadow ever, and that just means grabbing like that skin color, which I obviously use so much, and I put that on the inner, like half of my eyelid. Let's use this mirror. And then I take a slightly darker shade, this one here, and put that in the outer corner. And I kind of just blend that through my crease. Oh, and this palette is the Smashbox Shape Matters Eyes. Can you see that? Maybe not. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good palette with like neutrals. Let's be honest, I don't really use like, I don't really use like the purple or anything. I just use the neutral colors. And the colors are so blendable. So for someone that relies heavily on blending, it's perfect. So then I just grab either the Napoleon Perdis powder that I set my eyes with, or I'll grab this light shade in the middle here, and I'll just use this to like blend everything out. So like if it looked a little crazy for a bit there, it's fine by the end of it. You gotta just trust the process. She says as she does her makeup like with her eyes closed. A little bit of fallout. Yeah, and just brushing that powder away. And yeah, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. Second last, I go in with brows. This is the MAC brow set in Beguille, but they're actually discontinuing this and I'm so sad. So I'm gonna have to find a different product to use. So I just find the color really flattering. It doesn't have too much red pigment in it that would make it look too brown. And I just go ahead and brush that through my brows. And then finally I go in with mascara. So my favorite one is Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I'm like between the two. So I find that in a new one, it's like it has so much product that it's difficult to get the same like separation of the lashes. So what I do is go in with the new one, and that obviously puts a lot of product down, but then I go in with the old one, and then that really like separates the lashes out, and just between the two it looks really good. I think someone said that it's impossible to like do your mascara with your mouth closed, but like look, it's possible. And there we go. And because I'm a messy Betty, I usually just take a little cotton tip and then just like tidy up where the mascara's hit my eyelid. If the concealer has like sort of like crease below my eyes, I just like blot it out with my finger. just like tidy up if there's any foundation on my lips with like a Q-tip or a makeup wipe. Then I just use some of my good old trusty pawpaw ointment, and that will keep them nice and moisturized. And that is the finished look. Hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial. I would say it's like the minimalism of makeup. And there we go. I've gotten out of my comfy jumper I always wear at home. Thanks guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any specific ideas you want me to do, be sure to let me know in the comments. Alright, see you next time. Bye!